everybody, welcome to episode 4 of Redstone Lineup. I'm Casey Anty, hello Mr. Creeper, otherwise known as Colin Anting, and this is the Casey Anty car. If you've seen episodes 1, 2 and 3, congratulations, you now know how to use Redstone. So now I'll be showing you the advanced bits, and hey, come over here mate, I don't want to risk you blowing up my stuff. Ooh, is that a duck drowning? Here mate. Wow. Wow, that creeper ate his Wheaties for breakfast. Anyway, so last episode I showed you how to make a self-healing redstone wall. Cobblestone wall, sorry, my bad. Redstone? Why do I keep saying redstone? Anyway, so, the reason it's self-healing is it will build itself from scratch. Once you've built this generator here, cobblestone generator, again I've showed you how to do that. I'll be running through a couple of variations of this generator by the way, so it'll be sort of different directions, vertical generator, double vertical generator, that sort of thing. Anyway, show you this. So, oh dear, I'm a griefer. Oh, it's healing itself. I'm just going to ignore this super complicated circuit behind me and watch this wall. I've been defeated. So that's what it does. It repairs itself, gets itself all sorted. So anyways, I've shown you how to make a wall. I'm going to be showing you how to make a drawbridge now. So first of all, I just don't want this building on me. We'll leave the wiring in place. I'm assuming you watched the last video, so I'm just going to get rid of this for the time being. It really is no more complicated, but making this from, what do you call it? Making it horizontal, not vertical. So I'm just getting rid of this for tidiness purposes here. Too many particles. And there we go. So, get rid of all this pre-existing crap for the time being. So, let's just run through what I have. Before I do that, I just want to... There we go. Run through what I've got at the moment. So, we have our generator with a piston that will fire first. Then, round here we have our feeder, which feeds the cobblestone from the generator, assuming you don't want a direct line. Over onto whatever here, but we're going to use a direct line for here because it's no point overcomplicating things. So I'm just going to get rid of all this here, and we might as well get rid of this circuit. We're redoing it anyway. So bit of a complicated wiring. Like I say, you can make it small as you like. So anyway, simulated purposes, we're going to make a little mini ravine over here. So, these things mix very well with lava. Very well indeed. Or you can use, what do you call it? You can use water. So anyway, I'm stuck here. How on earth am I going to get across? I'm certainly not going to walk around it. No, that's impossible. So, let's build a redstone drawbridge. So, what you do here is you face away from where your pistons are supposed to face, so we're going to go 4 wide for the time being. And that's literally it. Just get rid of this, and I'm going to change the way I'm doing this. So I'm going to run along the whole line here like so. And that's literally all the wiring you need to do. Now the redstone circuit for this, well, let's make it a bit snappy, shall we? So we're just going to go with 3. I'm going to push it quite fast, so we'll go with 3, 3, 2. Only need 2 outputs for this, so that's how we can get away with it. And that is literally, oop, that would have been a fail. Literally all you need to do. And that right there is a drawbridge. You don't believe it yet, but let's get rid of that stone there. You don't believe it yet, but that will deploy and cover that gap. Again, remembering that piston can only push the cobblestone or whatever they're pushing 14 long. So, I'm just going to start up this circuit. Like so. Ooh, beautiful start. And what have I got going on here? Oh, now pistons, you don't want to share your current? Okay, so we're redoing this a little bit. What I'm going to do is run this along the back here. And I didn't mean for this to fail on camera. Okay, right, okay, I know what I've done now. For them to share their current, it has to be the same level as what they're sharing the current. For them to be wire in series, I think the word is. I'm trying to use electronic terms. That's literally all Redstone is. It's just dumbed down electronics. There we go. For them to work in series, it had to be the same level as the top of the piston. Like that. Anyway, as you can see here, our bridge is generating fairly fast. By fairly, I bet you I could speed that up a little bit. Maybe not. Running a bit too fast for the cobblestone generator here. So I'm going to increase the timing from the last on the 2 there. It's going to be 334 instead. Still running a tad fast for it, but the slower you have it running, the more reliable it will be. But the faster you have it running, the faster it generates, and the less reliable it will be. So anyway, as you can see here, it's generating a lovely little drawbridge. And there we go. We can now walk across the ravine. Now some variations of this here would be, for example, to have 2 generators. One over this side and one over that side, so it generates twice as fast. Or you could even have fewer here, so you could only have 1 piston instead of 4. Or you could have even more, 14. Or if you can build one, well, I'm not going to teach you that one yet, but if you can build yourself a cobblestone forwarder device, which is basically 4 pistons that move cobblestone in a circle, so go beyond the 14 limit. While I say beyond, it's not entirely accurate. It's 14 plus 14, or 14 more, as many of those things that you like to put together. And there we have it, our bridge. And it's also again self-repairing. So as you can see here, it's repairing itself. And that's that. So before this video is out, I have one last thing I'm going to be showing you. Variations on this generator design. Come over here to a nice tidy spot. Now, you could, for example, if you want to hide all this lot underground, you could make a vertical version, which, in simple terms, only means it's going to generate the cobblestone going upwards. Now, I'm just going to do this here. Slightly different design. Again, you go up by 3. Oops. I'm just going to put that here like so. Again, you go up by 3. But there is a slight difference. Ooh! A hole to forever. What you do is you have to enclose it. Oh, and yeah, there we go. You just enclose it like so, because when you have the wiring coming down from here, you don't want it to be flooded by lava. Oh, by enclosed, I mean you just need to do this. Extra piece here, so when you put your redstone wiring in, and the lava comes through and all that, it won't flood it. So we're going to bring our wire out here, and we're going to power it by a lever. Make it simple. So, we grab our lava, put that in first, wait for it to get to the middle, and then put in a bit of water. And have, Bob's your uncle, we have a cobblestone generator. Oops, creative mode's a bit too powerful for its own good sometimes. And what that's doing right now, I'm waiting for that little noise before I turn it on, so I'm not a timer. Ooh, there we go, it's at its height. Now the problem with this, it will have a blank on the end of it here, so you just get rid of that, and that's that. So, you can enclose this entire thing underground if you like. Now another variation of this design, I found this purely accidentally. I must warn you though, it's a tad dangerous to build. I'm tempted to do it underground, but I don't want to overcomplicate it. So, again, you build that basic size, you build the basic design, but you go back by 2. Now this one's a little more tricky to get started. It's a bit difficult to start, but once it's started, you got it. So anyway, we put 2 pistons in, like so. And we go up by 3 again. You could do 2, but it's not as reliable. I build all these circuits for reliability, so they can take a hit and keep on licking, as it were, or they can have some idiot go along and try to improve it, and well, carry on living beyond that. So again, we put, oops, can make it open, but I like to enclose the hell out of it, so if something happens like a flood or something, it won't be damaged. Anyway, we do exactly the same. Again, I'm becoming blind because this computer doesn't do the red at night. That, and I'm sat by a window, so it's kind of bright. So we just do that, and that. All I'm doing, by the way, is enclosing this, and then we wire it up. I'm going to be a bit of a cheat here and bring it over the top. And again, we'll be... Get out of my way. We'll be powering this using a lever. Just make sure it works. Yep, fantastic. Now, the thing I forgot to mention, it also helps if you put a blank here. So, as the lava flows in that, it's not going to cause any problem. So anyway, slight difference in this, it has two. It will generate a double wall of cobblestone, so it will be twice as thick. Meaning, you can make a two wide wall, or if you want to bring this all the way along, you can make a wall with its own generator per vertical row. So let's start generating. Now, as Lightning Joe Boy will tell you, it took us ages to build this thing. By us, I mean he hollowed it out and I spent the rest of the time trying to figure out how to fit it in there. But, took ages to build this thing. And, then we found out it was too low, so the cobblestone wasn't quite making it above the surface. Our old castle, our first server we played on together, we made a castle called Fort Piston. The reason it's called that is because there are pistons everywhere. It's a castle, looked ordinary, but all the walls were made of cobblestone, and they regenerated themselves, so they got damaged by cannon fire or something, they'd fix themselves. We had cannons on the top of the turrets, we had drawbridges, we had hidden entrances, we had secret doors, and all underground. You'd see the ground here, go down about 5 and there's a massive chasm underground, and that's stuffed full of redstone wiring. That's how complicated it was. And just before the server crashed, I was starting to work on controlling it all from one room up in the middle of the wall. Control room. I'd hooked it up so the drawbridge and the wall repairs can be controlled. There's a blinking light as to when things were active, all that sort of thing. Then the server crashed, but oh well. So anyway, that is how you build a double wide generator. A double wide vertical generator, single width vertical generator, and a simple version of this. There are other versions out there. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's one I learned. So, I hope this has been a useful video for you all, and I'll show you one last thing in the next video, and that'll be redstone cannons. Thank you for watching. Please tune in for episode 5, I think it is. See ya! And again with the F9 key loss, I really must put some light on this. See ya!